What's up everyone, welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. Today we're going to be talking about some more set previews for X-Men Rise and Fall. Quick note, that set just got pushed back. It's now coming out pre-release set for, I believe, the end of this month, like the 30th, and then in July sometime will be the actual set release. So, just so you know that, and without further ado, let's check out these previews. They are coming to us from 2 clicks from KO. So make sure to check them out. I'll try to post some links in the description for you guys. So yeah, let's check them out. So starting us off, we have Smasher. Now we did see him in the Scott Porter unboxings, but we'll take a quick look at him. He is 100 or 30 points. He's got the Imperial Guard, Shi'ar, and Soldier keywords, a trait, Exospecs technology, free, choose a listed power to use this turn, then roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, you may choose an additional listed power to use this turn. And that the choices there are Charge, Flurry, Quake, Poison, Exploit, Weakness, or Empower. All really good close combat powers to have. Obviously, I'm probably going to try to go for Charge, Flurry half the time. If you're already up close, Flurry with Exploit, Weakness would be great. Poison if they don't have any type of reducers. Empower if, you know, you have to rest that turn or whatever. Lots of good stuff there. He already starts out with Sidestep, Toughness, and Close Combat Expert. So now Close Combat Expert, of course, is going to bump up his attack and damage +1 for any close attack. For 100 points, not bad. He's got Flight as well. So we're talking about 7 movement with Sidestep and probably Charge. That's going to get you a 12 attack, 4 damage. And maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get to choose Flurry on top of that. That'd be pretty awesome. I mean, for 30 points, he's great too. You know, you could potentially still choose all of that. I just really like how Close Combat Expert and Charge and Flurry and Exploit Weakness could all work together now. So yeah, I think for the points, he's not bad at all, especially for a common. Though his trait, Exospecs technology, not as good as the actual Exospecs equipment, but I don't blame them. That equipment is ridiculous, and to give a character a trait with that would be pretty nuts. So yeah, he's not bad, but moving on next, we have Blink. She's a rare, she's got all the keywords there: Age of Apocalypse, Exiles, Generation X, Jean Grey School for High Learning, New Mutants, Utopia, and X-Men. Great list of keywords. She's got the rally die mechanic there, so for opposing attack rolls, if they roll a 5, you know, you get to put the rally die on her card, and then when Blink makes an attack after resolutions, you may remove her rally die to place her or a hit character up to 5 squares from their current square. So that's obviously super helpful for placing her out of harm's way after she attacks, or, you know, if she hits somebody, you know, kind of gets that first couple clicks of damage in, then she teleports them closer to your team into that kill box, and they just finish it off. Lots of potential opportunities there. Another trait gives her phase teleport, and when she uses it, she has passenger 3, but only to carry friendly characters that share a keyword with her. And she's, like I said, she's got a lot of keywords there to work with, so that's really good. She makes it just a good team transporter figure and kind of secondary attacker, which is great for 60 points. That's kind of what you'd want. Running shot with an 11 attack, 3 damage, with some leadership and energy shield deflection with 18 defense, keeps her pretty well protected. 5 range double target there. And then at the back half, she gets some flurry blades and combat reflexes, so pretty deadly all the way around. I do like her quite a bit, just for her ability to really reposition your whole team, and then reposition, you know, your opponent's figure into a kill box could be really great. So yeah, really cool. And the sculpt looks amazing. From what I can tell from this picture, the sculpt looks like it's going to be freaking awesome. So well, that's just on par for all the really great sculpts we've seen recently. Now moving on next, we have a super rare figure to look at, and that's Emperor Vulcan. I did not think we would get another Vulcan so soon, but he's got the Shi'ar, Cosmic, and Ruler keywords. He starts with a trait, Leadership and Mastermind. When Emperor Vulcan uses leadership and succeeds, you may instead generate a Shi'ar soldier on click number 1. Unique modifier, friendly characters with the Shi'ar keyword that occupy or are adjacent to 1 or more Shi'ar flag light objects modify attack +1. That's great. That's literally exactly what I thought we were going to get when I saw the Shi'ar soldier previewed a week or 2 ago. Yeah, basically somebody that has leadership that can instead choose to generate them, And also, they can take, I think, a power action to just generate a Shi'ar flag, light object. And of course, anybody that's occupying or adjacent to that flag gets +1 attack from him. So really cool synergy there. 110 or 50 points. He's got that Cosmic Energies team ability, so he's going to be protected outwit and have willpower to roll for every turn. Running shot with a 10 movement and flight, and having an 8 range, 11 attack, penetrating blast for 4 damage. Pretty good, solid attack power there. 18 defense with impervious, very good on defense. And then for 50 points, he just has charge with an 11 movement, 11 attack with quake, 18 invulnerability, and 3 damage with exploit weakness. One thing that's really cool about this guy is he does not go below an 11 attack his entire dial. Now, his dial is only 7 clicks. I feel like for 110 points nowadays, that's a little bit low. Like, I'd like to see 8 or 9 clicks if something's over 100 points, but he's only just barely over 100. 110 is not that bad. And he does have the Cosmic Energy, so, you know, they're going to have to hit him with penetrating damage to get through his reducers easily. So I think, all in all, he's pretty good. I'd probably end up playing him at 50 points if I just wanted to spam out the soldiers and, you know, get the +1s to attack with the flags and everything. I think he'd be better off, if that was your strategy, I think he'd be better off at the 50-point line. But if you want him as like your main attacker and kind of doing that also on the side, then yeah, go for the 110, definitely. He's going to bring the pain for sure. So really cool figure there. And I'll just say again, that Doom's Castle map bonus with the Reign of Terror for 5 points to reroll your leaderships is looking better and better every day. We see a lot of these characters now that get leadership, and you can choose to generate a character instead of, you know, just taking a token off something. So keep an eye out on that map bonus, I'd say. But we got one more figure to look at, and it's pretty freaking awesome. It's the figure that I most was anticipating. Could not wait to see it, so super psyched to be looking at it now. Let's check it out. It's Weapon Hex. So she's one of the Warp World chases. That's going to be the chase theme. They're all amalgamized characters from, you know, 2 other Marvel characters. In this case, Weapon Hex is going to be X-23 and Scarlet Witch. So that's a really interesting combination, and they make for a really cool character. So she's got the Defenders, Warp World, Weapon X, and X-Men and Mystical keywords. A trait that gives her power: choose an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire and give it a target spell token, removing it from any other characters regardless of source. Friendly characters with a mystical keyword can use improved targeting. It looks like destroys blocking and elevated and hindering as well. Lots of really powerful improved targeting there when targeting only that character with the target spell token. So yeah, really good improved targeting abilities, but it's only for friendly characters with a mystical keyword. Slight downside there. I kind of just wish it was for any friendly characters, or maybe characters with the mystical or X-Men keywords, you know. Let's add a little something extra to that, but definitely throwing her on a mystical team with some good ranged attackers is going to be nuts, because, you know, they're going to be able to see them through anything, basically, except for characters, I guess. But still, really powerful trait there. Then next she has a special attack power, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Weapon Hex uses it after resolutions, you may place a hit target up to X squares away from their current square, where X is the D6 result. So again, really cool. Anytime you can place your opponent's characters and get them out of position and get them into a better position for you to attack them with the rest of your team, that's going to be really helpful in, you know, actually KOing figures quickly and getting stuff out of the way. So that's just a really cool, interesting ability there. And then she has a stop click, which gives her super senses, and at the end of your turn, heal Weapon Hex 1 click. So anytime, of course, you have a stop click that you can heal off of, that's great. That means your opponent is gonna have to hit her and, you know, go for that double tap, get her off the stop click right away. Hopefully not put her on the other one. Otherwise, she's just gonna heal off it, and, you know, you're just gonna have to hit her back onto that stop click. It's gonna be super annoying, waste of time. I love how her first stop click has a 19 defense. That's great. She starts with a 10 movement with charge, 12 attack, 18 super senses on defense, and a 3 damage with probability control. 7 range double target as well, so She's not entirely close combat oriented. She can shoot from quite a distance away. And yeah, she's got 2 stock clicks, which is great, both with probability control and super senses and pretty high defense. So it is going to be kind of a chore to hit her off of those and finish her off. A little bit of outwit there in the middle is pretty cool too. Only 75 points for 2 stock clicks with charge, 12 attack, prob, blades that can, you know, move your opponent around, and the potential to give your mystical allies improved targeting ability is really great. And not to mention she has Defenders and Mystics team ability on top of it. So yeah, really cool. I'm glad that one of these awesome characters actually made a good clicks figure. So super psyched about that. Definitely my #1 want chase-wise so far. I'll have to see if the rest of them kind of make me change my mind there, but I doubt it because I really like that character a lot. But that's not all. We actually have another preview from Eternal Games on Facebook, so make sure you guys go check them out as well. Again, links in the description for that. But yeah, without further ado, we'll check these out next. So starting us off, we got Exodus. He's a rare. He's got the Acolytes, Brotherhood of Mutants, Marauders, Quiet Council, X-Men, Herald, and past keywords. Lots of good keywords there. He's got the Krakoan Revival trait, which is really good. Again, you know, to help revive any friendly X-Men characters that are lower points than him. And at 95 points, that gives you a lot of options to work with, so that's really cool. Another trait that gives him mind control, and when he uses it after resolutions, deal a hit character damage equal to his damage value. That's nuts. Starting off with a 4 damage and having, it looks like he only drops to a 2 for 1 click in the middle. He's got a 3 or a 4 for the rest of his dial, so lots of damage potential there with traded mind control with a 7 range. 11 attack to start with. That's nuts. Anytime you can mind control somebody and then also deal them damage or give them an action token or something on top of it is just extra crazy. And then he's just got a special defense power that gives him energy shield deflection, and once per turn when a friendly character is healed or turned to their starting click, heal Exodus 1 click. So yeah, when a friendly character is healed or turned to their starting click. So that works really well with, you know, he has the X-Men team ability. If you're on an X-Men team, anytime somebody heals with the X-Men team ability, boom, he can heal a click as well. Or if he revives someone with Krakoan Revival and turns them back to their starting click, boom, he can heal a click. So I think all in all, he's got Running Shot, Flight, Telekinesis, Invulnerability, and Leadership to start with. Then you get some Phase Teleport and Penetrating Blast. All in all, Exodus is a really good, I think. He's really good for reviving people. He's really good for mind controlling people and dealing some bonus damage. He's got lots of, you know, good stats. He's a good attacker with the Running Shot for 4 damage. He's got really good team player abilities there with the, you know, TK and the leadership and reviving people. There's lots of things he can do, so I think he's really, really good. Now, they also previewed the Shi'ar Soldier, which we did already take a look at previously in the Game Trade Magazine previews. So I'm going to skip over him for now, and we're just going to go right into the next one, which is Omega Red. So he's got the Weapon X, Assassin, and Soldier keywords. He's got a trait. When Omega Red starts the game, generate a Kotick bystander. So we can take a look there. He's a little tiger cub. He's got a 6 movement with sidestep, 9 attack with blades, claws, fangs. He's autonomous, so his actions won't count against your action total. Only a 14 defense, tiny size with 0 damage, but he can certainly deal some damage with blades. Now he's got a trait that when he is KO'd by an opponent's attack, you can modify Omega Red's combat values by +1 for the rest of the game. So that's pretty awesome. You know, it really makes them not want to hit that super easy 14 attack. And then he also has Empower and Power Action. If Kobik is within 4 squares of an opposing character, you can place Omega Red adjacent to Kotick. So that's really good. Obviously, if you can just kind of move him up and sidestep him, and then maybe next turn you sidestep him just within that 4 squares, give him that power action, place Omega Red right next to him there, and then you can empower him to make a close attack against something, which is great. And he has, going back to Omega Red, he has Steel Energy with Giant Reach of 3 traded. That's crazy. You know, the Empower from Kotick's going to come in handy a lot there for his damage from 3 squares away. He's also got Quake and Incapacitate on his special attack power there for 80 or 50 points. I think he's pretty good at both starting lines. You know, he starts with charge, 11 attack, 18 with toughness, and 3 damage with exploit weakness. And that is with a 3-square giant reach. And I do believe you could quake and exploit now, the way things are worded. So you could do like a 3-square penetrating quake on everything. It'd be pretty crazy. Or since Kotick's tiny size, Omega Red could just carry him around for the Empower and hit for 4 damage exploit weakness would be pretty good. 50-point line, pretty much the same. He loses 1 on his movement, attack, and defense. Not too bad. Then he gets some Flurry, Poison, Invulnerability, and Close Combat Expert there at the end. Flurry with Close Combat Expert with Giant Reach is pretty insane. And if you add the Empower from Kotick onto that, he could have, on click number 5 there, he could have 11 attack for 5 damage with Flurry for 50 points if, you know, he just took 1 damage from something. Also interesting that he goes from toughness into invulnerability. That's pretty cool. But yeah, really, really good version of Omega Red, and he is supposed to have a Prime, because this is number 43A, so can't wait to see what Prime Omega Red can do if this one's already so great. Last but not least, we have another chase to take a look at, and that is Deathstrique. Deathstrique with a Q, because this is Lady Deathstrique and Mystique fused into one for the Warp World character chases that we're getting in this set. So she has Warp World, Assassin, Martial Artist, Robot, and Spy keywords. It's just annoying to me still that there's no shape change in this set, so she literally has a movement power called Shapeshifter, which gives her plasticity and sidestep, and opposing characters 4 or more squares away can't draw lines of fire to Deathstrique, which is really, really good. If you have to get within 4 squares of her, you know, it's definitely kind of within her reach there, because she is mostly a close combat fighter, but she has 6 range double target. So very, very powerful ability there. I wish it had shape change as part of it, because I feel like she deserves shape change. And why they have like 3, this is like the 3rd version of Mystique in this set, because there's like a super rare one, and I saw a sculpt for like a common or uncommon one too, and there's no shape change. It's just kind of annoying. You know, with a lot of the other characters, it can make sense to kind of tweak their powers around and do some fun, interesting things, but there are some characters that, like, the main thing they do is just shape change. Just give them shape change. Anyway, rant over. So damage power is Outwit, and when Deathstrique uses it and has 0 action tokens, she can choose an additional power. That's really good. Being able to outwit 2 things if she has 0 action tokens is really great. Just blades, the whole dial, some combat reflexes, some super senses, and then she just goes into regular stealth and outwit. So pretty much starts with kind of a super stealth and super outwit, and then goes into like regular versions. But I mean, 8 clicks long, only 75 points. She's a team player, team ability as well. So she's definitely a really strong chase character. All the chases seem pretty good so far. I haven't seen anything too crazy yet, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of times the first time I take a look at a character, I don't think it's too crazy, and then once I see it in action, I'm like, wow, that was pretty crazy. So we'll see how it turns out. So let me know what you guys think about all of these awesome new previews in the comments down below, and we can talk about that. I'd love to chat with you guys, because this set honestly is turning out to be a lot better than I had first suspected. We did get a look at all of the legacy cards in the Scott Porter unboxings. Lots of them I already have, so I'm happy about that. A couple I'm missing, namely Magneto. I really want to get that Magneto back. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about just everything about the set so far, because lots of really good stuff. I was just going to try and hold off and get just a brick of this set and save up for Empire to get a case, but I might have to get a case of this one too, because it's looking really good. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other future videos. And if you guys like to help support the channel even more, there's some links in the description for our Patreon. So you can see your name here in the credits, as well as some other cool stuff, so make sure to check that out. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.